You ever wake up to one of those days where a single rumor shifts the whole vibe around the fan base? A criticism lights a fire in the locker room, and somehow one on-field detail turns into a symbol of pure resilience. Yeah, this is one of those days where nothing feels in place, but by the end, it all makes sense. There's a personal decision weighing on the heart of the franchise. Outside pressure, trying to shake the structure. And a statement on the field that speaks louder than any press conference ever could. What does that say about our future? Short-term and long-term. You're not going to believe what we've got today. So sit back, drop a like, and let's get right into it. Subscribe now so we can hit that 1,000 subscriber goal and show how strong Dolphins Nation really is. Let's start with the truth that stings but sets you free. When a superstar wavers, the whole franchise trembles, and that's exactly where teams separate the ones that fold and the ones that fight. A lot of people already wrote the story, closed the book, and built their conspiracy theories. Hold up. Before we jump to any conclusions, let's focus on what matters. Tyreek Hill's been out since week 4 with a dislocated knee and multiple ligament tears. A brutal blow for a guy whose #1 weapon has always been explosiveness. He's 31, turning 32 before the 2026 season. Naturally, the NFL clock starts collecting its debt. And yeah, he said it himself. Retirement's on his mind, but no decision yet. That not yet means everything. It's not smoke, it's honesty from someone who knows this kind of rehab takes body, mind, and soul. He wants to talk to his family, listen to his body, live in the moment. And honestly, that's a good sign. Decisions made in pain are usually the wrong ones. Now let's get into the chessboard. His contract runs through 2026 with a monster cap hit coming up, meaning the front office has to clear paths. Either craft a smart restructure to keep the window open with him on the field, or build a high-level transition plan without rushing, protecting both assets and culture. Either way, communication in the locker room is oxygen. The good news? Tyreek's always been obsessed with preparation, the kind of guy who turns rehab into a mission. The tough part? Multiple ligament tears change your biomechanics, confidence in cutting, and route timing. That affects not just the deep go ball, but quick breaks, RPO adjustments, and the aftercatch threat that opens half the playbook. So how does this shake things up for Tua McDaniel and this offense's identity? First, spacing and safety respect. Without Tyreek, defenses stop panicking about too high shells, squeeze the intermediate windows, and force tighter throws. Second, target distribution. Waddle turns into a magnet, and that WR3 better grow up fast separation on first down. Clutch grabs on third, detail on option routes. Third, multiply your multipliers. Motion, bunches, stacks, heavy play action, all to create the same space Tyreek used to make just by existing. This isn't cosmetic, it's identity work. The staff needs to vary tempo-fast series to keep defenses on their heels. Long drives to stabilize variance and give our D some air. And let's be clear, the run game isn't a luxury anymore. If defenses fear the deep ball, even 10% less, that's one extra man in the box. The answer? Variety duo, outside zone, toss, crack, misdirection, make them pay for chasing too fast. And the fans? Split right down the middle between take your time, come back 110%, and hang him up. Legend. The truth. He deserves time, and the team deserves a plan. Could we see an effective return in 2026? Sure, if rehab milestones are hit and usage is managed smartly, less explosive volume, more situational leverage, alignments that protect his release, and snaps that maximize burst without demanding hero ball, every route, the psychological factor, huge. A locker room unites when a captain speaks with transparency. That builds purpose. If Tyreek chooses to keep playing, he becomes the rallying flag for the campaign. If he retires, he leaves a legacy that demands an immediate response from the front office in the draft and free agency. And believe it or not, that wasn't even the most surprising part of the day. Take a breath, because when a former quarterback goes on air calling for the head coach and QB's jobs, the noise gets loud. But the real answer doesn't happen in a mic drop. It happens in Wednesday's silent practice, when every rep has a name and a purpose. Yeah, the team stumbled. Turnovers hurt, execution dipped. But confusing turbulence with collapse is the oldest mistake in football. What's on the line isn't just a game, it's the backbone of this project. It's a trust between play call, read, and protection that can be rebuilt, not burned down. Let's talk about what hurts and what heals. It hurts seeing late reads turn into picks and broken routes into headlines. Healing comes from re-engineering the offense around two goals: rebuild timing and cut down variance. That means first down passes with high completion odds, quick play action, and pre-snap motion to gain leverage right away. Use bunch and stacks to free up clean releases and throw off defensive anticipation. And yes, recalibrate Tua's progression. Read 1 to 2 with a confident check down. Don't drift into that fourth step that turns into a floater. Half a second more of protection, earned with smart slide and chip help, is the thin line between booze and sustained drives. As for Mike McDaniel, criticism's fair when it's about rhythm and discipline, but the tear-it-all-down crowd is missing the point. A great offensive leader does two things at once: simplifies the menu when confidence dips, and keeps the aggression that defines the system. Translation: smaller volume on bad days, more plays that get your best guys favorable looks, legal rubs against press. Motions to mess with zone assignments, and run variations that make defenses think before reacting. A scripted 10 to 12 play drive to quiet the noise early? That's tactics and psychology rolled into one. Now, Tua. The talk is serious and fair. Back-to-back picks kill any narrative. The answer isn't excuse, it's surgical execution. Spread targets to 5 or 6 receivers. Take the check down when the window's closed. Use hard counts to steal 5 yards and shift the math. A couple of grinded-out first downs can lift the line's confidence and cool off a pass rush that smells blood. Nothing shuts down, lost the locker room talk, like an error-free drive and a huddle breathing in sync. And about those calls for drastic change, firing people mid-storm usually swaps problems for chaos. The rational move is clear diagnosis and visible adjustment. If turnovers come from predictability, change the script and tempo. If from straight pressure, tweak protection and launch points. If from cohesion issues, get your vets together now, not Sunday. The fans want to see fire end that's proven with short field touchdowns off takeaways, showing the whole team is still connected. Bottom line, outside noise doesn't build playbooks. Work and purpose do. And yeah, that still wasn't the most shocking part of the day. When a detail turns into a symbol, pay attention. Tua's visor started as a necessity and turned into a message protection. Focus and a touch of superstition the locker room loves. His left eye was swollen shut that morning. Trainers got him cleared to see, and he went out and threw 4 touchdowns in a 34-10 win. That's resilience. That's preparation behind the scenes. In keeping the visor, not just for looks, it's ritual, and rituals matter when pressure's on. Every bit of comfort becomes a bit of performance once the ball's snapped. Here's why it matters for the season. First, practicality: the visor cuts glare and distraction, helping with coverage reads under bright lights or primetime reflections. If the swelling's gone but the habit sticks, that sensory consistency helps. Quarterbacks are creatures of habit. Keeping the same visual rhythm calms the mind during progressions. Second, the psychology of the locker room feels that energy. When your leader adopts a look the team vibes with, it becomes identity. They liked it, so I'll keep it. Line wasn't vanity, it was alignment. A united locker room forgives faster and plays looser. Tactically, there's nuance. At faster tempo, the tinted visor hides micro-eye movements, giving defenders less to read pre-snap. Nice little bonus. But in light rain or humidity, the staff better have anti-fog protocol and a towel ready, or that confidence turns to chaos on third down. Simple detail, massive impact. And without Tyreek, that ties right back into play design. The intermediate read gains weight. With less vertical gravity, Tua's got to speed up his 8 to 12-yard throws, especially on digs, glances, and sits. With the visor, Anticipation depends even more on clean landmarks. Expect more motion to define coverage and set up that first read, cutting down pocket time. Against patient defenses, rhythm is the key. 2 perfect fits for this visor and precision version of 2 RPOs with clear reads, and quick play action with 1.5 progressions. It keeps him from holding the ball, reduces risk, and keeps drives alive. In the red zone, the lucky charm factor matters, fast calls. Confident option routes, and if coverage tightens, that back shoulder to the pylon to kill the play safely. The visor doesn't win games, but the routine behind it does. And confident routines turn solid drives into habits. The fan reaction. You can feel the shift from fear over the eye to keep the visor, captain. That's the kind of storyline that reconnects the team in the stands. And yeah, superstition works when you grind Monday to Saturday. The message to critics is simple. It's not about looks, it's about intention. The visor says Tua gets it. He wants consistency. He's owning the moment. And he's got the locker room's buy-in with one small, powerful gesture. So where does that take us next? If the offense opens the next game with a clean script, quick first downs, and a third down conversion on timing, the talk shifts from crisis to correction. The visor becomes part of the rhythm, not the headline. The defense feeds off the offense's pace. Special teams feel the pulse, and we in the stands know something's shifting. Because sometimes, the spark for a turnaround starts with a detail everyone sees but few truly understand. But hang on, because what's coming next might hit even deeper for Dolphins Nation. If there's one thing today made clear, it's this. Our identity's being forged under fire. Tyreek's uncertainty, the outside noise, Tua turning a detail into a symbol, all of it, says something about who we are as a team and as fans. Strategy, courage, execution. That's the trifecta for what comes next. So here's the question, do you believe in the turnaround? Are you ready to ride, cheer, and hold this team accountable with us every snap of the way? Drop your thoughts, share the video, and subscribe so we can hit 1,000 and show the power of Dolphins Nation.